frequency to hurt dog ears. Hello, this is Elijah Henderson from the Cryptid Studies Institute.
And this is Gabrielle Henderson, also from the Cryptid Studies Institute.
Boy, howdy, do we got something interesting for you tonight. We are doing something that we haven't ever got opportunity to do. Not sure we really thought about doing it, but boy, are we excited. It is Halloween night, and we're going down to some of the dog man's favorite haunts, so to speak, in Land Between the Lakes. How do you feel about that, Gab?
Well, I feel very excited about that. I can't wait to see what this evening holds.
We got a lot of excitement ready for the night. We got our beloved giant 1-gallon storage bag full of random candies. So whether or not we encounter anything tonight, I will encounter some sort of a sugar rush or sugar coma, perhaps.
Most likely induced by those Reese's pumpkins you love so much.
Oh, my beloved Reese's Cup pumpkins. I will indulge. But this is where our night starts. We gotta make a couple of stops, and let's get started, shall we? So we got a couple of stops we have to make before we actually get down to the LBL. We got moving a little bit late, and by a little bit I mean a lot. First we have to stop by that Scottish eatery. This drive-thru is taking forever. McDonald's has backfired. We've been in the drive-thru for probably 15 to 20 minutes now, and it's just ground to a halt.
Bear in mind they haven't even taken our order yet. We finally gave up and pulled up, but we're trapped between two cars.
No orders have been made. We're trapped.
I don't even hear anyone coming out on the speaker to take the orders of the people behind us.
So we're going to replan this out. Alright. After a much longer than expected time in town, putting oil in the car, stopping at Rule King, stopping at McDonald's, stopping and putting air in the tire, we're finally on our way to Grand Land Between the Lakes.
We hope.
We hope, barring disaster. Okay, you can't really see us right now. The lighting is pretty bad, but we're going to fix that up in a little bit. It is so dark. We just got down in here into the park, and
Very quiet and very still.
very quiet, very still. Just about the only sound you hear is a light buzzing of the crickets and the street lights over there. But it is about as still as can be down here, and it's starting to get pretty cold out here. So it's a good thing we brought things to bundle up with and stay warm with. And yeah, I think we're in for an interesting night in one way or the other, you know. Either way, if we get nothing, we're gonna show you what we did. You're gonna spend the night with us. You're gonna see how we spend Halloween here in Land Between the Lakes. Isn't that right, Gab?
You are absolutely correct.
Alrighty, y'all. Let's move on to our next destination. So I don't know how many places we're going to stop tonight, but we hope to hit a couple of the big spots. Do a couple of more. Got a couple of interesting things in mind for the night. Now there are. Wow, it's. Can't hardly see anything.
should make a pretty interesting found footage movie.
Yeah, somebody please make a video out of our horrifying death. Make a movie, please. In the vein of Blair Witch or something like that, but...
Not Blair Witch, that one sucked.
Okay, well, you name a found footage movie that...
That one with the Bigfoot. I can't remember the name right now.
Oh, Willow Creek.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, absolutely. Please make a video about our horrifying demise in the vein of Willow Creek. So there's a few spots down here that in the daytime we want to visit, since this actually used to be land, you know, there used to be home places down here, so to speak. There's abandoned houses, there's abandoned sites that there's a community of the non-cryptid people. They come down here and they explore those sites. There's actually a group on Facebook that explores these sites. Down here there's an old abandoned school bus that off in the woods that you can go see. I don't know where it's at. What was that one you were telling me about earlier, Gab?
St. Stephen's Church. It used to be a church back when this was a community.
And if I'm not mistaken, which I could be, I think there's a house down here of a gentleman who refused to leave LBL.
That's absolutely correct. When the land was all taken by eminent domain, he refused to leave his home, and they couldn't just physically remove him. Had he ever left, they would have taken his home, but he didn't leave. Gotcha. He actually never left his house again, and he relied on his family bringing him meals until his death. And now the house is basically preserved in his memory.
Yeah, there's some horrible, horrible stories down here from when the government turned this into the national recreation area we see today. I remember hearing one story that I believe it was a woman. The government was coming through, making her offers, you know, trying to buy her house away from her, and she refused to leave. And she went out to town one day, and by the time she came back, these men that were making her these offers, they'd burned her house to the ground, and she had nothing. Oh, finally got some headlights. Okay, so
first car of the evening.
First car of the evening.
Hopefully it's also the last.
Yeah, some of the things we're going to try down here tonight, I don't know that a lot of people will be real happy with it. But more on that later. Okay, this is one of the special things tonight that we're doing. We're in a part of the park. It's a little pool off to the side, just like a little picnic area. I forget the name of what it was, but
Colton something or other, maybe
Colton's picnic spot, something
like that,
of that nature. I've been planning this for just a little bit, for a couple days now. Didn't let her know it, but what kind of Halloween would it be in Land Between the Lakes, home of the Beast of LBL, if I did not take all the pains to organize where this girl here could watch the Howling projected on the side, on the front of a dumpster. Gabby, are you ready to watch the Howling?
I sure am.
Groovy.
Groovy indeed.
So our battery pack died that we were watching the Howling with right as the transformation was going on. The best transformation in movie history for a werewolf, in my humble opinion. So what we're going to do, we just packed everything into the car, and we're going to watch the rest of it on a laptop, and we're going to hit a couple,
to the next place.
Hit a couple of areas after that. Let's see here. So
It's so far having a great night.
Yeah.
We've already been hearing what sounds to be like coyotes.
Yeah, we're hearing something off in the distance. I don't think it's anything, but there's a little bit of stuff moving around. But I don't know that I've ever experienced a night down here in LBL where it was just so quiet.
Almost no people at all.
And I know it's Halloween and, you know, there's creepy feelings associated with that, but it kind of has a creepy feel out here tonight. Because, I mean, it's so pitch black, nothing going on. cold as can be. But yeah. Alright, y'all, we're going into a spot that we've nicknamed Dark Hollow. Allegedly, it is the spot where the bow hunter's body was found after he had been, well, you know, nobody's quite sure exactly what happened there. Goodness gracious.
Full disclosure, the camera is not picking up the road well at all.
No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, the camera's not really picking up the headlights too well. But anyway, there was a dogman sighted over here. That was that full encounter. Oh, gracious. That wasn't comfortable.
No.
But we got it on video.
We did. Definitely dumped our candy out.
Yeah.
We'll pick that up when we get parked.
Oh boy, I really did dump that out. Anyway, though, bumps aside, dogman was sighted down here. Allegedly, the bow hunter's body was found down here. And now, we're going down here. Okay. This just really goes to show you sort of how dark it really is down here. Just to really test it out a little bit. You won't be able to tell as much on the camera, but all I can see is the sky a little bit. Alright, we're down here in Dark Hollow, and we're going to try a couple of different things down here. Make a good response, may not. We're going to start with a little call blasting. So that could get interesting, could get creepy real quick. So Gabby, we're going to stick that on the dash.
Here you go.
Alright. Got a megaphone right here. And, never tried this before, so I do not know how it will go. But like I said, we're gonna give it a shot. We'll try. Let's see here. And this could go bad real quick. We don't know, but we're gonna try.
Find out. Something's blowing. I hear something. What do you hear? I didn't hear anything.
I hear something howling, but it's way, way off. I don't think the camera can pick it up. Man, I wish the camera could pick that up.
I hit it again.
Well, I heard stuff kind of howling in the beginning. But I know that camera couldn't possibly have picked it up.
I couldn't even pick it up really. I thought I faintly heard something, but it was pretty indiscernible.
Yeah. Frequency to hurt dog ears. You hear it? That stirred up something in the distance.
Did it?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's just coyotes, but that pitch stirred it up for sure. After a few more minutes of listening for any sort of activity, we left the dark hollow and then we headed for the next location of the night, The next area being the Dog Man attack site made so infamous by the family that was brutally attacked in 1982. Got a night shot right now. Things are picking up a little bit better. So we left Dark Hollow. A couple of sounds off in the distance. I think it was coyotes. But right now we're just cruising on a couple of random off the path roads. Wow, Gabby, hold this camera because this has got a lot of pits.
Should you attempt it? Can the car make it?
I'm actually gonna turn around right now. Yes, get us out of here. Thank you, four-wheel drive. You are my best friend in the world. I nominate thee as such. Whew. Okay, we're gonna try a couple of other little spots before we call it a night. Gabby, you're just filming my chin.
I am.
Yeah. But the park is so empty tonight.
It is. I don't think we've ever seen it this empty. There's usually people camping at all sorts of locations we see driving down the road. Tonight there is nothing. We've seen maybe 5 or 6 cars the entire night, and that was just happenstance driving past them.
And I know we've gone on and on and on about just how desolate the park is tonight, but it's
really, an almost really eerie, is. Still quiet.
Okay, we're gonna end what's gonna be our last destination for the night. It's getting pretty late. I'm getting pretty tired, and well, frankly, all these roads are starting to look the same, I guess. So, it's getting about time. But
you worked all day, and you're running on fumes at this point.
Yeah, and there's only so many Mountain Dews I can drink without doing myself bodily harm. But we're at the kill site right now. We're not going to call blast up here for the simple reason that if somebody's down by the river where people go a lot,
we don't want to endanger them.
We don't want to endanger them. I'd hate somebody to get hurt because of something foolish we did. But right up here, we're listening. We got all the lights out. It's just pitch black. And, I don't know. Maybe we'll get something. I guess the fact is that we're here. We're researching. We're trying to get back into the swing of things a little bit.
It's been a beautiful night. The stars are just gorgeous tonight. It's very clear, and there's just millions of stars twinkling.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, it's just gorgeous out.
Maybe we get something, maybe we don't. Either way, we've had a very fun evening.
We have. It's been a good Halloween for us. Let's see. Time check right now. It's 1:39 a.m. Hike down into Hotel California tonight. Just the both of us, I think, could be putting us a little bit in harm's way, just a little bit too much. There is a road that goes down there to it, but we've had so much rain up here that I'd be scared to get stuck, and then I'm spending the night at Hotel California in a car that's not going anywhere. What?
I just thought I heard movement. Could have just been a bird or the wind, I guess.
I sure hope nothing scares me. I got a Mountain Dew between my legs. Already got spooked way too much tonight. The alarm mode on the megaphone went off in the car and I started freaking out. So that was a bad time. It'll probably come as a bit of a surprise to some that we're not actually walking around out too much outside. But at the same time, I can't put her in too much danger, given it's just the two of us out here. Man, I look hideous on this camera.
Only on the camera?
Only on the camera. Thank you, Gabby.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, in the comments below, tell us how you spent your Halloween. Because we want to know. Tell us how you spent your night. Let us know what you did. How was things for you? For us, it's been good here, but nothing going on in terms of creatures. Nothing definite.
Maybe it's like how on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, how all the monsters would take the night off on Halloween because it was too cliche.
It sure seemed like it tonight.
It really does.
But anyway, we'll update you right before we head out. Before we concluded the night, we took the time to drive to the entrance of Hotel California, where we sat and we listened for anything of interest. Once again, we decided not to call blast in this location due to the fact that someone was camping a little ways down the road and we would hate to put anyone in potential danger. And with us leaving the trail to Hotel California, we present our final thoughts. Alright, so after a long night of driving through LBL,
it's nearly 4 a.m. now.
It's nearly 4 a.m. I'm beat. Gabby's beat. We're headed home with no true results. But it was a good night nonetheless. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, even though we didn't actually get anything. But
that's how it is sometimes. If you did get something every time, you'd just be crazy and seeing stuff, I suppose.
Yeah, you don't get anything every time. I would have expected almost something would have happened on Halloween. Somebody would have been out. But wasn't hardly anybody out. We've seen probably, 10 cars tonight on the road?
If that many. A couple RV campers and one lonely fire in the distance, but definitely not as covered up as it usually is.
No, we went over to Dark Hollow, as we call it. We went to the original attack site where the family was murdered, and we went over to the entrance of Hotel California up by the road, and we sat out there and listened, and nothing tonight. Maybe on another night, but nothing tonight. Maybe it's too cold, something it's hidden away, keeping warm somewhere, but who can say?
But nevertheless, we did enjoy our evening, and hopefully we can do it again soon with better results.
Yes, maybe a couple more people down here to... So if, I don't know, a little bit safer environment, we can go deeper into the woods without issue. But, sometimes you get a lot of activity, and a lot of times, most of the time, you get nothing, which is what we got tonight. But either way, I'm Elijah from Cryptid Studies Institute.
And I'm Gabrielle from Cryptid Studies Institute.
And y'all stay frosty.